By the quiet river flowing through a small town, there lived a young man named David. His heart was full of ambition, yet heavy with impatience. Every day, he would go to the riverbank, watching trading boats glide by, dreaming of the day he could own chests filled with sparkling diamonds and shining pearls. But in reality, David had nothing, just empty hands and a poverty that clung to him relentlessly. At that same riverbank sat an old man whose presence had become a part of the scenery. His hair was as white as clouds, his eyes kind yet deep, reflecting the stillness of the river itself. Whoever passed by, whether hurried or troubled, he would simply smile and say one sentence: "You will have what you desire." People thought he was eccentric, so few paid him any mind. One evening, after failing yet another small business venture, David was overcome with frustration. He stormed to the river and shouted, "Old man, every day you say I'll have what I want. I want to be rich. I want diamonds. Can you give them to me?" The old man wasn't angry. Instead, he smiled a smile that seemed to light up the sunset. "Of course, my boy," he said. "I will give you not one but two of the greatest treasures in the world." He bent down, scooped a handful of wet sand from the river, and said, "This is the first treasure." As he slowly opened his hand, the fine sand began to slip through his fingers, glistening in the golden light. "This is the diamond of time. See how it flows? No one can stop it. No one can hold on to it forever." David frowned. "But that's just sand." "Yes," the old man nodded. "It's something both the rich and poor have equally. One can use it to build castles or let it slip away, wasted. Time is the rawest, most precious diamond. How you polish it each day determines its value." David fell silent. Then the old man picked up a rough, ugly seashell near the water's edge. He pried it open, revealing a tiny grain of sand nestled inside, still far from becoming a pearl. "And this," he said, "is the second treasure, the pearl of patience. To create a flawless pearl, the oyster must accept the pain of this grain of sand. Day after day, it endures, covering the irritation with layers of its own essence. Greatness never comes in a single leap. David, it's built through countless small, patient efforts." The old man placed the shell into David's hand. "You want diamonds? Use your time wisely. You want pearls? Learn patience. Like this oyster. Now go and start building your treasure." David bowed deeply. The impatience in his heart faded, replaced by quiet determination. He stopped chasing luck and instead apprenticed under an old gem trader in town. His first task was to sit for hours sorting tiny stones. Often he felt discouraged, watching friends make quick money while he did tedious work. But whenever he felt like quitting, he remembered the sand slipping through the old man's fingers and the patient oyster by the river. He realized he was wasting his diamond whenever he complained and losing his pearl whenever he grew impatient. So he continued. He used his time to learn, studying every kind of gem, mastering how to polish a rough stone into perfection. He used his patience to listen to difficult clients and refine every detail others ignored. 5 years passed. 10 years passed. David was no longer the restless young man by the river. He had become one of the most respected jewel merchants in the land, known not just for his wealth, but for his wisdom and unwavering perseverance. Every gem he touched became beautiful, because he poured into it both time and patience. One evening, David returned to the same riverbank. The old man was still there, as serene as ever, like a part of the earth and sky. David approached, bowed deeply, and opened a silk box. Inside were not shining diamonds, but a handful of fine sand. Beside it lay a rough, old seashell. The old man smiled. "You've understood," he said. David replied, "Yes, master, I understand now. Time and patience are not the keys to the treasure, they are the treasure itself." Life grants each of us a mine of rough diamonds, time, and a seed of greatness, patience. Only when we use patience to polish every moment of our time do we create the true treasures of life.